G'day beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I've realised a lot of people are still struggling a little bit with sort of versatile builds that they can use for multiple different characters, because I realise that a lot of people don't actually have 46 deck slots. I've got 46 and I've not even used them all, but I know how hard it can be when you have 5 or 6 deck slots, creating a build that is a little bit universal so that you can make sure there's always someone you can play. So we're doing another universal one. It's my Burst Caster build. Okay, now this is an order and knowledge. It's not built around anyone in particular. It works for pretty much any type of caster. So it's, as I said, it's order and knowledge. It's a bit light on the order. It does only contain 3 order cards, but the main reason why I go order and knowledge is obviously because knowledge is very good for casters and order is going to give you the vision that you need if you're going to mid lane. Apologise in advance for my voice again. I am still a little bit unwell. So starting off, Lamplighter. I cannot tell you enough times how great this card is. It's stupidly good for 300 gold. I take this as a carry at the very start of the game, just to provide a little bit of extra vision for my team in the early game or myself. So we don't really need to go on about it too much, just safe to say the Lamplighter, awesome card. Then we have Advanced Evolution for 1 intellect cost. It is a very, very, very good card. Don't underestimate the 5% max health and 5% max mana per second for 3 seconds after leveling up. It will help you quite a lot to sustain in lane and continue to farm. We then have Font of Experience. I'm sure you all know what this is about. It is, some people say it's not very good, but I actually think it is quite good. You do notice the difference. I don't always tend to run it, but it is a very, very good card. Then we have Mana Flow Acolyte, 3 cost card. Increase max mana by 0.5 and power by 0.5% when purchasing intellect. It comes with 9 power for a 3 cost card. This is actually a really, really good card, and it's probably something you should have on your casters. Then we have Astral Leap. It is a blink. It's going to give you 80% extra mana regen. It's quite cheap. It's 75 mana and it's got a 15-second cooldown. But just remember, this is the type of blink that you cannot use for 8 seconds after taking damage, so you need to be preemptive blinking with this card. You need to get out before shit hits the fan. Then we have Protective Sentry, just more wards again. I kind of recommend that Lamplighter is a better card than Protective Sentry, especially if you're not, especially if you're running a support. I can understand if you're a mid laner, maybe taking this, because you're probably only going to be wanting to ward left and right of the river, where the buffs are, you know, every minute or so. So this, you can get away with this. I don't like it too much as a support because it doesn't offer me enough wards quickly enough while I'm wandering around, but it's a very, very good card. It can be quite good on a caster. Then we have Stagnant Dominion, the main order card for this build. Ability damage slows enemy movement speed by 150 for 1 second. It's very good on Iggy. Be good on someone like Shimby, Gideon with his tether, Morigesh. There's so many people that can get some good use out of this. It comes with a bit of mana regen and power, so it is quite a good card. I recommend using it if you have not yet. Then we have Thaumaturge, 8 power, 105 mana. Also gives you power equal to 1% of your max mana, and you gain 4% max mana whenever you deal damage to an enemy hero. So it's a good little card to have on and just continuously poke the enemy hero to get an extra 300 mana out of it. It's also going to give you a little bit of extra oomph on your abilities. It's not that great, but it is a decent card. Then we have Atomic Soldier, which is, unfortunately, feels like a must pick on casters. Just 10% flat increase in ability damage with some extra power and mana for 8 cost is, I mean, there's no reason not to take it really on a caster if you're building knowledge. Then we have Stasis Rune, obviously, so you can stasis yourself. Yeah, okay. Sleeper Agent, which I've said in a previous video, is my favourite knowledge card. It comes with Gag Water, silence target for 3 seconds, the target takes 15% increased damage. There are a multitude of situations where this card can help you out, either in getting away or in just having that extra bit of oomph to absolutely destroy someone. And then finally we have Corrosive Walker, which has been fixed now. 25 power, 385 health, that is quite strong. It comes with Enfeebling Shout. It's an active 75 mana cost, 30-second cooldown. Reduce ability armor of nearby enemies by 30 for 6 seconds. Considering the low amount of armor that people actually have, this can be quite devastating. It comes with it, like I said, a good amount of power and health to at least add a little bit of extra to your abilities, and having that negative 30 armor means you're getting a lot of extra damage in through your abilities. So it's not too super special, it's just something that you can put together. Hopefully you have the majority of these cards. If you don't have them, Knowledge and Order will offer you some, some good trade-ins, things like Power Tap if you're on a steamroll and you have the gold to burn. Power Tap can be a good card to just quickly put on and grab that extra power. There's other things like Armored Footman, Poised Aggressor in here that you could consider going for. Soldier of Fortune, I've seen a few people run that. There are some options here if you don't have all these cards. Anyway, gems. I take Healing Towers on this build, simply for the fact that if I am mid laning and I'm a little bit behind, I have a little bit of sustain. Extra 2.2 health regen and 1.2 mana regen goes a long way when you're on those allied structures, and reduce basic damage taken by 10%. Then the rest of our gems are in Intellect. We have Deadly Mana, killing an enemy minion increases max mana by 2. Spellburn, abilities deal bonus damage equal to 2% of the enemy's current health over 3 seconds, which is very good against tanks, which we've seen quite a lot of. Then you have Spell Shield, block next to every ability. It's just an all-round good gem. I'm getting very, very stiffly as we get to the end of this video. It's especially good on people, like Gideon. This is amazing on Gideon. Gideon kind of needs a Spell Shield because he's still a little bit lackluster in his ultimate, and being able to get stunned out of that is just such a bad thing. You need that Spell Shield. And ahead of that, if you are chasing someone, obviously you don't want to get stunned. If you're chasing the carry and they have an Arbash there, at least this means that the Narbash has to do a little bit more work to try and stop you. Then we have nearby enemy units take 10% increased ability damage on Amplify, or it's just going to make you all around better caster. So that's build, guys. Pretty elaborate name, I know. I hope you like it. Hopefully you guys have most of these cards and gems so you can put something together, but it is kind of universal, so you can change some things up if you need to. That's been the video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash the like button, leave me a comment, let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Subscribe if you're not already. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.